What's up, guys? So today I have found a listing here, AMD Ryzen 9 9900X 3D with a GeForce RTX 5090 gaming computer with a 4TB Samsung Pro hard drive and G.Skill DDR5 6400 gigabytes of RAM. Along with, it says a 1200 watt power supply. But right here it says 850, but I guess with the little... That would mean less than 850. So I think it's got the 1200 watt power supply. Now the price range here they're asking for is $59.90. That's almost $6,000 for this thing.
Shut up!
And you can see that it has a Strix gaming case, the front there. Looks pretty good. Got the RGB. It's got the AIO for the CPU for that 12-core X3D CPU there. It's got 2 sticks of RAM, 16 gigabytes apiece.
Cool.
Alright, it's got the ROG motherboard, ATX. It's got the 4TB M.2 card, which is great for the hard drive and storage there. But $6,000 says here. It's been used for less than a year.
Seriously?
Selling almost new high-end gaming PC, it says. Purchased for my father, but he won't be using it. The idea was to run DCS and flight sims and VR. That's why the specs is what they're claiming. The PC has been in the office covered with the case and bag pretty much the entire time. Says it was assembled by Micro Center, so this was... They paid for the parts and had Micro Center assemble it for a fee. The whole PC is almost brand new, including the case. Yeah, but it's still kind of almost a year old.
We don't care.
So that's the only thing I have with that. And I have all the original boxes except for the case box, but I do have the case bag. I'm still working on my OBS here. For some reason, ever since I got this widescreen, it's thrown my OBS off. So, the last video I edited, I noticed that everything was in frame, but it looked small, kind of like this, and then the background was all black. And I manually set it to 1920 by 1080, which is the resolution that I am posting to YouTube at. And for some reason, it still seems like it's doing that. Anyway, this is estimated $80 for shipping, so a little over $6,000. $6,070 is what you'd be paying for this.
What?
Put this all together yourself. Now, the price variance is not too far off of like some of the other extreme cases where I've seen people asking way too much. This one here you can purchase yourself for $5,200.
Gotcha, bitch!
So that's about an $800 price difference there. If you built this yourself. And then, like this CPU liquid cooler, the 360 here, it's almost $400 by itself. So you can knock some of that off just by going with an air cooler, which is what I would do personally. And that would bring you down to like 47-ish, 48, around there, which is nowhere near the 6,000 that these people are wanting for this PC. I definitely wouldn't recommend it. Have some budget builds on here on Java. We'll go back and sort by lowest price here. Some of the things that I'm seeing... Oh, now we're into parts. This was PCs. What happened? Yeah, so you're looking at some $600 gaming PCs that come with an RX 580 graphics card. To me, that's just terrible.
Duh.
I had an RX 580 and it was a good graphics card for its time. But if you're just building a new PC, you want something to game, I mean, that's something that is okay to start out with if you're on a really price budget. But I would definitely go with a newer, more modern graphics card, because once you hit like the 30 series, the RTX or AMD's equivalent, you are starting to get a lot more performance for the price.
Watch it, boomer.
But if you are struggling, I understand it. I would, instead of going with that, I did see one that has this one. Same price, but this one comes with the RTX 2060 Super. Now, that's not a great card, but it's better than this 580, I'm pretty sure.
Duh.
I haven't seen any of the benchmarks on it, so I don't know for that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure it would be super close. I had an RTX 2070 Super, and it was miles away better than my RX 480. And I feel like it felt better than the 580. I only had the 580 for a few months before I got rid of it. And then I got the 480. I was trying to shoot for 90 to 100 FPS during gaming. And it was advertised, or at least the benchmarks that I watched online, that they were getting that with this graphics card in some of the games that I wanted to play. But when I put it together, I didn't get nowhere near that performance. And then my AIO crapped out after like 3 months. It just blew up, and I had to go back to air. And I ended up selling the entire PC and building my dream PC, which I am gaming on now.
Wow.
But yeah, that's my recommendations if you're on that end of the spectrum there. And then you do have one for 600 here. It has a RTX 2060 12 gig, 1 terabyte NVMe SSD, and a Ryzen 5 3600. Nothing wrong with the 3600, but I would like to see the 3600X version in there. I have owned two 3600Xs in my day. My dad is still currently gaming on his 3600X, and he's not having any problems whatsoever.
Yeah, bro.
Alright guys, here's our next build here. We have the PC Gamer Asus ROG RTX 5080 and a 9950 X3D. The case is pretty cool, but you're paying for the aesthetics on this one. That's what they're really trying to draw you in with all the RGB, the fans. As you can see there, you got the little screens.
Cool.
Oh, there's a little mini GPU sitting there. That's pretty neat. I actually like that. I don't know who did that, but that's pretty cool. So yeah, let's get into the specs here. I've spec'd this thing out. You've got the 16 core 9950 X3D, which is supposed to be like the bomb consumer CPU that you can buy. It's got 8 terabytes of storage. It's got 64 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM. The ROG X870E Extreme motherboard there. You've got the Ryzen 3 3060 ARGB Extreme AIO. The Trident Z5 Royal Neo 64 gigabytes, 6000 mega transfer, CL30, 2 terabyte Gen 5 drive. They've got the 4 terabyte 990 Pro M.2, and then they've got another 4 terabyte. That's a bit weird.
An X-Files monster in your basement?
But anyway, you could just buy one 8 terabyte drive. Right here we got the 9100 Pro 8 terabyte M.2 PCIe 5.0. Of course, it's $1,000 in storage there. But even though you have all this top of the line stuff, this is what I've put together here, and we're only looking at $56.19. And this person is asking a whopping $7,600 damn dollars. Where's that extra $2,000 coming from? Is that what he's charging to build it for you?
Why?
I mean, that is outrageous, bro. Who's gonna pay that? It says brand new in the box. This is nuts, guys. Do not buy this. Build it yourself, or at least spec it out and have Micro Center build it for you. You would save a ton of money. Tons of money. And that money you save could buy you a mouse, keyboard, and a freaking awesome monitor there. Don't get duped by these guys, man. I'm telling you, there's a lot of scammers out there. And we just gotta do our due diligence, do some research before we start clicking the buy button. Alright, gang, we're here on Craigslist. I found this $250 gaming PC. It's got Windows 11 Pro. It's got a Ryzen 7 2700X. ROG Strix RX 580, 8GB graphics card. Not the greatest. You want to keep in mind with these newer games, you're going to want more than 8GB of VRAM. At least sometime in the near future. But it does have a B450 Steel Legend motherboard with the AM4 socket. 16GB of DDR4 RAM at 3200. That's pretty good. It does have a 970 EVO with a 250GB. Yeah, you're going to want to definitely upgrade that as soon as you get it, if you bought this thing. 250 bucks is not bad for what you're getting here with the 750 watt power supply. You know, you got the AIO in there. It is a Ryzen 7 2700X 8-core processor. Now the good news about that is you can upgrade that to the 4000 or 5000 series. You know, which is really nice. Because that 2700X is probably going to start being a little sluggish with some of these newer games. But it's still an 8-core processor. But that's definitely a pretty good deal that I found here on Craigslist. This is nowhere near me, but I just wanted to showcase that there are some good deals out there too. Just make sure when y'all are buying off Craigslist, y'all do y'all's due diligence and ask for pictures or video of the PC turning on. This will save you a good headache, or if you can swing it, bring it like a power supply and some cables with you so you can turn it on when you're making the deal. Again, this is why I like to buy new parts off of either Amazon or eBay or Newegg, because you don't have any issues trying to return or replace things. Usually it's pretty quick and easy.
Watch it, Boomer.
Now, when you type in gaming PCs here on eBay, the first few options are going to be these Lenovo desktop i7 computers. Stay away from these unless you're looking for a retro build and you just want the case. I would definitely not spend $400 just to have that, because these are not very easily upgradable. It can be done, but you really need to know what you're doing to do it. Now we're going to scroll down here and we see some iBuyPower, ARGB game. What is this? It's 255 to 508. Give me an actual price. 4TB SSD apparently. Comes with 32GB of RAM. It's an i7. They've got 97.3 positive feedback. Now I'm going to be super honest with y'all. I don't know a whole lot about the i9s or i7s or i5s from Intel. I have never built an Intel PC myself. The only Intels that we had was in the Dell computer my dad bought growing up. I think we spent like $1,600 on that thing. And that was like when dual core processors were a thing.
Yeah, bro.
But who knows? Maybe one day I'll do a Intel build for you guys. Now I'm going to scroll up here. We're going to go price plus shipping highest. Let's see what we got on the high end here. Oh, $50,000. Read description. Fake price. Yeah, I couldn't tell that. I could not tell that was a fake price with a 1660 Super and 16GB of RAM and a 2TB storage. You must be out of your mind, bro.
Gotcha, bitch!
Holy crap. $33,000 for this desktop computer here. Says it has a 9950 X3D, 192GB of DDR5 RAM at 5600 speed. That's I don't know about that. These all look like kind of stock photos here. Or $32,977 with coupon code. What? Bro, sign me up.
What?
Nah, yeah. Y'all don't be doing this stuff. What is going on here, y'all? $33,000 for It's got an 8 terabyte hard drive. Dude, no, this ain't even right, bro. It says dedicated graphics. It doesn't even tell you what graphics card is in here. Okay, here we go. Video cards. It has 2 NVIDIA RTX Pro 6000 Blackwell accelerator. 96 gigabyte VRAM. Video cards in it.
Wow.
I don't know how I feel about that. I would rather just have a 5090. Because, I mean, gaming, right? But for 33,000, I still think we can build this for way cheaper. I don't know how much cheaper. I don't know how much these graphics cards even cost. Let's figure that out. Alright, fam. So today, I have found there's a couple things I couldn't find. The sound card, some of the adapters. But this also comes with a mouse, a keyboard. The firewall and USB card, I couldn't find that either. Now you're looking at a 1200 watt power supply, which we already had that in there. It's got Windows 11, which we could throw that in there for free if, you know. But it does come with Microsoft Home and Business 2024. And then it does come with a 4K curved monitor. The only thing I did not price out here was those cards I couldn't find, which are probably, I would give $100 a piece. That might be $200 for each of those. And then the Elgato game capture card here, $265 all day long on Best Buy. But still that would only bring you to about $22,000 without the mice, keyboard, and monitor. I'm having a hard time thinking the mice, keyboard, and monitor is going to cost $10,000. Because they're trying to get away. They're trying to scam those. Trying to scam us, bruh.
Gotcha, bitch.
$33,000. And you, customize it. So if you don't want this, you can swap it out with that. But man, I'm telling y'all. No, they're trying to get away with one here. There's a $10,000 difference that I'm seeing.
Player.
I don't know. That's insane to me. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you would please smash that like, hit the subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. Continue to grow with me. Definitely looking forward to the next video that I'm gonna have coming out. I'm gonna be filming the upgrade to my PC, the cooler, the riser card, and the wireless dongle, so I can turn it on and off wirelessly. That should be coming out next. Y'all, much love to y'all. I appreciate it.